Hello, hello, hello. It's RocksAlot. Just getting set up here. Let's get some light. How about some light? Doop. There's some light. All right. Let's see. Wait for a couple of people to come in. Hope you all had a good day. Mine was not terrible, which is good. And we'll see if this starts kicking out. Not my usual day. Welcome in. If somebody could say hi in the chat, that would be great. Just lets me know that it's working. And then we'll get on with what we're doing. I'm going to try and make this pretty quick and show a little bit of what we did yesterday. So yesterday, hey Kyle, how are you doing? I should be stuffing my face with food is what I should be doing. I just got home from work. But you of all people would probably know this. So I had an experience today where I did a live yesterday and I uploaded the live and it went public and people had watched it. And then it's very important. And then when I went off on this afternoon, I saw that it was processing two. So it had already processed the original one. It had already gone public and it already uploaded. And then it showed the same video processing again, I think 2 videos above it. Hi everybody, welcome. So I did the probably not the smartest thing. Instead of downloading it and then hitting the delete button, I hit the delete button. So my live yesterday disappeared and we had some fun. And so I thought instead of worrying about it too much, I'd show what I ended up finishing up last night, which was from the end of, but it showed up twice, Kyle. So it showed that it was already uploaded in public and people were viewing it and hitting the like button, and then it started processing that same video again, that same live again. And so I went to do the one that hadn't fully processed, and when I did that one, it deleted both of them. So that was my afternoon. But we had a really good time yesterday, and I popped into your sale to see some of the goods that you were putting up. So if you don't know Kyle at World of Rock Hounds, go over to his channel. I know I pushed a little bit in the live yesterday, but he does some fantastic sales, and he does some wonderful sourcing from all around the world. So great stuff over there. So I just thought today I would show what we actually did, which we did some pretty cool stuff. And these were the ones that fell off the dropstick. Yeah, they fell off the dropstick while I was doing them, or the stone it's on a dropstick would get caught in the wheels, and it's different. So when I'm free forming it with my hands, I can let go of the stone. When you have a stone on a dropstick and it gets caught up in your wheels, it literally rips it even harder. So you're welcome. You're one of the main guys in the community, and you help out so many people. So I appreciate you even coming in, lurking, and especially while you're eating. So thank you. So little piece of Veracite. This was Snowville. This I got from Dave, who visited yesterday too. That turned out really nice. And if you look, I don't know if we can see it. Let's see if try it. If you get really close on this edge right here, it's actually not black or gray. It's got little tiny, not going to work today, that's okay. Anyway, it's got really tiny webbing in it. So that Veracite was nice. Another piece of Veracite, both phosphates. And we did some turquoise. These ones turned out really nice, pretty nice polish. Yeah, and this is a living for you, Kyle. Maybe one day it'll be a living for me. It's still a hobby, and I just really enjoy it, and now I really enjoy sharing what I do with everybody. piece of Larimar that we started last week, and then yesterday started fracturing up. It turned out okay, but this little white area started fracturing out. But if I didn't tell you, you might not notice. I might not know. I hope everybody had a great day. Yeah, we got some more greens. We're gonna do a piece of green today. This was a super piece. Either, well, there you go. Giant ring for somebody, or maybe a cuff piece. This was one of the ones I probably will throw out or put into a giveaway jar. Wasn't too happy with that one. And really, I only had one other piece that I didn't like, which was this one. Same sort of thing, just started disappearing. Not very nice. But we'll put it in a jar, and maybe we'll give it away at the school. So, yeah, I had a busy weekend. Let's push those off. These were the other ones we got done. This was probably one of my favorites. So, the only issue with this one was it started to form a crack right there. And I think that crack is going to go all the way through here somehow. But it came out nice, polished up pretty good. And that might go into the vacuum. Thank you, KG. Hi, Ellie. How you doing? Not cutting anything. Well, we're going to cut one piece tonight. This was ugly, but ugly in its own way. And I polished it up anyway. It's got some nice browns in it. I assume it's some sort of phosphate, but there's no color to it. And then this one was super. And even the matrix over here polished up. And the white area is polished up as well. So I actually really like that one. And almost, like a picture stone as well. Then we got greens. I heard somebody scream greens. There's some mossy green. Turquoise, but mossy green. Yes, I have. And the big thing I haven't taken on is the obsidian, which I actually was just looking. Is this it? Yeah. I was just looking in here. So I've cut a few of these, Kyle, but yeah, Kyle's favorite rock right here. But yeah, just Apache tears. But some of them seem to have color in them. Some were more of a green when you cut them open. And it was a lovely gift. Yeah, Apache tears, obsidian. That was hard. And I actually have a short on those and where that story originated from. What else did we do yesterday? So one of my favorites right now is the Nila turquoise. The pieces that I got are coming out super, super nice. I love the different shades of blue. Little teeny tinges of green in there. But yeah, and this is same mine. Slightly different color. I don't know. Looks like a guy dancing over here. So, and then we just did the little ones. I did them all. I think some of them will turn out to some nice ring stones. Real small, but decent color. Let's see if we can get a bit of color on that one. There we go. No, it's Nila. It's Nila. And I think it's Nevada. Although the family's out. It's RA Stoneworks is who it is. They're on Instagram as well. Not too bad. Not a great stone, but not too bad. This one was nice. I think it's Nevada, and it used to be an old Kingman claim. and they gave it up. This gentleman was fortunate enough to come across the claim, and now himself and his wife and his kids go up there. And what's neat about some of the pieces is they not only get the turquoise, but they get some really nice red quartz. So sometimes you can get the red quartz in the turquoise itself, which is really different for a matrix. Those, and then everybody's favorite from yesterday was probably this one. Twink. And polished it up some. Still got a little bit of a bug right there, but this is phosphosphiderite. So actually this, even this, and this. What else have we got? Oh, not that one, but this one. So those are all, let's go back a little. Those are all phosphates. Ferrocite's phosphate. Phosphosphiderite is a phosphate. The green, the blue, and then the variations of turquoise, all phosphates. So best thing to polish those with is Zan, and it works out really well. So now I'm going to put these away, and I'm just going to cut one stone tonight. I really just wanted to get on, show these, because I know people had watched yesterday and were kind of hoping and maybe expecting me to put the live up. Let me get in here, another piece of Snowville. Get them all in one place so I don't lose them. Dink, dunk. No, there's one still to go. And let's have a look at what we're going to do today. So, if you were with me maybe a week and a half ago, we cut up some of the greens. Welcome everybody, thanks for coming in. I know everybody's probably been at work, and these are from Sam. This one's actually pretty nice. Over at Specialty Cab & Block, you can find them on Etsy. That's pretty nice. Actually both, Ellie. So I did just start silversmithing. I know the price of silver's gone through the roof. It's almost at $50 today, which means if you're going to Rio, you're buying at $65, $70 an ounce for sheet, which is just insane. I would suggest going to estate sales and finding some old sterling flatware, and also some bowls, plates, that kind of thing. So anyway, these were some of the ones we cut outside the other day, and they go along with what Sam makes over at Specialty Cab & Block. Yeah. I mean, I used to hoard a lot more of silver, and then we traded in at a good price to pay down the mortgage and get the house, which I'm very glad we did. So this is made up of these, and also these, and this is the chartreuse stuff that we found last week. Look at the color on that. So I'm going to cut one of these today. I think we're going to do the other side to this one. Hi Husky, glad you made it over. I hope Christy was able to finish her live. I didn't want to start before she ended. Yeah, that's pretty amazing, Ellie. So we're going to run to the machine right here. Not run, right next to me. And give this a try. I want to see how well it polishes up, because that'll give me some idea of how the block is going to polish up. So this does have a few little cracks here and there that I'm going to have to cut around, and I think it's going to be fine. Yeah, look how well I did on that. Not bad. So if you go onto his site, his prices are a little more than that, but not much. And for what you're getting, it's a bargain. So, hey Ray, how you doing today? So Ray knows about this stuff. So Ray, I'm just gonna go into a piece that we got from Sam. Got all his greens from his block, and we're gonna cut quickly a piece of the bright green. I want to see how well it polishes up before I get into polishing the block itself. So we're gonna move over to the machine real quick. Doop. Ready for the ride. Here we go. I hope. Hold on. Doop. Excuse me. There we go. Not bad. Sorry about that. It's kind of a good. A little bit higher. There we go. Not bad. Make sure my. Yep. Okay. Yeah, mumbling to myself there. There we go. All right, we're just going to cut this little piece. Probably going to have to come all the way into here, and it shouldn't take us too long. And that's going to be it for the weekday live. And I'll go back to my normal time, probably Thursday. So. I'm going to read this. Sorry for distracting you. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to start on the second wheel just to see. Okay. Not bad. I'm going to make this pretty quick. Shouldn't take me much. I don't know. We're going to aim for under 20 minutes to get the whole stone done. I know Ray can probably put it out in like under 10, maybe. So just going to go around the outside, take the skin off a little bit, and then also start forming my shape. Looks like it's going to be a triangle of some sort. Round it up. Yeah, I gotta decide which way I'm going to. Well, I guess we're coming down from that side. Just made its decision for me. Hey, well, trying to go too quick and get too much material off too quick. I gotta be careful. Welcome everybody. Thanks for coming in. I hope you're out of work for the day already. Yeah, we did our live yesterday, which we all had, we had a lot of fun at, and then unfortunately, well, I uploaded it once and everything looked great, and then I saw it uploading a second time, and being a little too hasty, I went and deleted the one that was still uploading. Same video, same live, but it hadn't finished processing. And so then, instead of just taking that one, it took them both down. So if there are any creators or YouTubers, whatever you'd like to call it, that are watching, don't be too hasty about deleting if you have a double video showing and processing. If you have the memory on your computer, go ahead. So it's going to get fairly even all the way around. And then we're going to try and tone this down a little bit. I'm going to do it right here. So yeah, if you have enough memory on your computer, you can always download it to your computer before you try deleting anything. Not that you'll keep your views or anything, but you will keep your media itself. Yeah, I learned by sacrificing, I think, 6,000 views, which to some isn't very much, but to me, I appreciated everybody that came in. We're going to do this one, and then coming up, I think Thursday, I have some Kingman, beautiful smoky blue Kingman that came in, and I don't think I'm going to have to put it on the saw. We'll choose a few pieces that can be cut right away. So, kind of throwing this out. I'm trying to be careful. I keep taking off my index fingernail. A little bit. And then I end up polishing them on the ZAM at the end. I end up with 2 shiny fingernails and the rest look horrible. Hi, Deborah. Thank you. Yeah, just trying to see if we get any sort of pattern in there, which there's a little variation in there. And I just want to see how well it polishes up, how well it cuts, because I have a few pieces like this to do. And I think it's going to look really nice contrasting it in a case. Was it you, Ellie, that asked if I'm just going to be selling cabs? I am going to sell cabs, and I am going to silversmith some of my own. So my plan, as I get younger, is to sort of add to my income, slowing down my regular work and this taking place of some income loss. Well, it won't be a big income loss. And what I will do is I will probably silversmith a few pieces myself, just to show what it looks like set. And then people can either buy the finished product or they can buy the cab. I'm still working out, you know, what's my time worth, I know what the stone's worth because I paid for it. But the time factor I'm still learning, and commission pieces for the local jeweler last week or the week before last, and he's getting me very cheap for what I'm doing. And I've been doing some inlay stuff that is very precise, and if you screw it up, you screw up the whole stone. And I think I'm batting, I don't know, an 80. So 20% of the time, I'm not giving him what I expect to give him. He's okay with it, but I'm not okay with it. Doing commission work is a little more stressful than doing your own. Welcome, everybody. Hi, Brittany. Welcome in. Yeah, if you're in and you haven't subscribed, go ahead, subscribe. You know, I do a live at least once a week. We have a good chat going, and get to see some stones you may not have seen before. Maybe a little description of the mineralization and how they come about, where you might be able to find them out in the wild as such, and also where you may be able to source them yourself in rough form. So if you have any questions like that, just ask. I'm willing to share everything. It's coming down a tiny bit more. So this is pretty soft. I've still got a bit of a facet on this edge, but it's okay. It's going to come off on these next ones. And believe it or not, I'm already moving over, which is pretty quick. So now we're going to move one time, and hopefully this goes well. I'm going to try not to lose you. It's a little scary when you go from one stand to another. Oh shoot. Getting good. That's my country accent. Good. Put the water over here. And we'll just keep going. So now we work 600, 1200, 3000. And we'll push over to the ZAM and we'll be done. We've been on. So I said I'd be 30 minutes. It looks like I'm going to be about 40 in total because of the chat we did at the beginning. I am going to upload this, so if you want to look at the stones that we did yesterday, needs to come into the uploaded video. It'll probably come up tomorrow. I did upload the little short from the live where we went and hit 500 subscribers, which was fantastic. Right now I'm going to say reiterate, that's not really what it is, but I'm going back over the edge just to keep my girdle even all the way around, and I'm going very light. And I don't know if you noticed what I did on that last wheel over there. I went around the bottom edge, right here and here, and just sort of zipped that off at a 45, just very lightly. And I'm told, actually I've experienced it, but told if you take that little edge off one, it'll stop any extra tiny little chips, but it also helps when you're soldering and silversmithing, because your silver solder between your bezel and your back plate may run a little bit, and so this just gives it a little extra room where you can set it into that silver and fold over your bezel. Take my time on this one for a bit. Make sure I get all of that last wheel's grit out of this top. Pretty close to the edge though. So that much coming off in the 600 is a lot, so I'm going really soft, but it's doming out really nice. I'm going to move over already. If it wasn't for these lives, I wouldn't know how many dukes I do when I'm out here. It's funny to listen to yourself. It's going to get really soft. Personally, I like the noise of the machine. This one's not too loud. I work on a Diamond Pacific Genie. Welcome everybody. Thank you for coming in. Hope you all had a great day at work or whatever you were doing today. We are one day closer to Halloween. Hope you've got your costumes ready. And you got the kids ready to go out. Okay. So this is going really quick. Just going to do one last dry check. So that's on the 1200. so that's coming out really nice. I don't see any major scratches on there. So under the 3000. Now with a lot of other stones, you have to spend a lot more time on each wheel. Even with other turquoises you do. This is a little softer than some of the heavy stabilized stuff. This is the move I'm still trying to figure out. You can do it with round stones and square stones, but going around in a circle with a triangle is worse than patting your head and rubbing your belly. So you kind of get it even. This is good. Wow, okay. God bless the baubles. Welcome in. Most of the time, I agree with you. Some people record themselves when they shouldn't be recording. Yeah, wouldn't that be great when your kid came back and said, "Yeah, you should video. You told us to videotape ourselves." Yeah, you're getting a lot of trouble. All right, let's go over to the ZAM station. Again, we're going to move. Okay, we're going to try this. You're going to get red from my hand for a second. Excuse me. Boop, boop, boop. And I believe, excuse the noise. This tripod is not as easy as the others. There we go. Almost there. There we go. So we've got some other machines over here, some other polishers and main machines. This is what I do my ZAM on. So you have ZAM, good for phosphates, and Fabuluster, good for silver, and a few other stones. I haven't set that one up yet on this other side. But this is a chromium aluminum oxide wax is what it is, which is why it's green. Same reason emeralds are green. It would be blue if it had copper in it. Yeah, I don't know. My kids, they all come up, they'll make an excuse out of anything. So yeah, it depends on how you word something, because otherwise they'll say this is the way you said it. So, but the kids I have are fantastic. All right, here we go. Gonna put a little charge of ZAM on. A little bit. Gonna do a quick test on the back. Welcome everybody. Chartreuse green, and it's actually a turquoise. It's not so it's not bad. I should have I normally would have done more of the polishing on the back prior to this, but it's going to polish good. So let's do this. I think we'll finish here. Maybe I'll get those stones and show them to you one last time. But yeah, welcome in. If you're new, please go ahead, hit that like, maybe do subscribe. That would be fantastic. I do a live. I'm trying to do lives on Thursday and then once maybe on the weekends, but not a guarantee on the weekend. And the only reason I'm really on today is I deleted the one from yesterday. So I wanted to show everybody the stones that we did yesterday. Okay, this is looking really good. It doesn't take long on here. This motor has a speed, probably, I think it's a 1800 RPM. And it's a cloth buffer. Okay, let's turn that off. And let's have a look at how shiny. It came out fantastic. Hey Phil, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I've seen, I think, one of you in the last month or so. So I hope you're doing well. And I know you've got to be pretty late for you, isn't it? Yeah, it looks really nice. And actually, you know, there's a little bit of the matrix started coming out. And there's almost like a, I don't know if you can see it, but it's almost like a water webby in there. So let me grab those other stones real quick and I'll show you. And these are some of the ones we did yesterday. That was probably my favorite. This one was really neat. Got a really good polish to it. And actually, if you hold it that way, it's... And those aren't holes where the white is. It's literally polished on there as well. Great picture stone, really. Turquoise. Here's a different type of turquoise. This is the Nyla or Nila. I really love this stuff. Oh, you did? It processed already? I didn't see it pop up. YouTube's been really funny lately. About processing and uploading and notifications. Here's a big piece of green. So the green we did tonight came from the same batch but different place. Got really nice greens. And what else we got? Nice blues. Anyway, there's a bunch in here we did. This was fun, just to show it one last time. So this was the purple. So phosphate. And actually, so all the stones you've seen tonight are all phosphates. Hey, you're right, Husky, and if my mistakes only cost me, they didn't cost me any money, they cost me some time. And there's another piece of that. And so if I learned that, I know I won't be doing that again. And this was one we had to, it was actually concave. So, yeah, starting to push out some really nice stones. And this was a piece of the Snowville. Bit of a free form, but the green's fantastic. Yeah, and Blessed, when you put the blues and the greens together, they like melt together. It's really neat to see them all together. So this is an in-betweener. There you go. And then the piece of Larimar that we did, I was just finishing that off yesterday. Not bad, but it does have that fibrous tendency to it. So, not an easy stone to work with. It's pectolite, so very fibrous. And then we got some nice little ones. Nice colors. A little bit of matrix. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for coming in tonight. I really appreciate you. Go get your dinner if you haven't, and have a wonderful evening. We will see you probably Thursday. I'll be on probably around 5ish. And thank you all for coming in today. Phil, really nice to see you. I'm going to go check out your video. If you haven't seen the opal mills before, I pushed him out the other day because he had one video where he shows the angles to cut pretty much a perfect dome on an oval. And it's been extremely useful, and now it's in my brain, I use it even on freeforms. So very much appreciative, and one of the most honest and funny guys you're going to find on YouTube. So Phil, thanks for popping in. Ellie, blessed, thank you. Brittany, thank you. KG, thank you. Ellie Castello, we got Ray in there, thank you so much. Don't forget to get your stuff together for Halloween. It's coming up. And I think we pretty much got everybody. If I missed you, I apologize. But come join us on the next one. And go ahead, hit that like, hit the subscribe. And in the meantime, take care of each other. And most of all, take care of yourselves. Cheers now. But that green from tonight is the best piece. Look at that. All right. Night, everybody. 20 minutes.